So many of us, when we first started working out, we were very insecure of how our bodies looked like. It was actually quite embarrassing to go to the gym every day and look at how your body looked like and just like work out and just you're someone who's trying to get fit. It's just there's some embarrassing aspect to it. I don't remember why, but I've been there. That on its own is a fear, and that can hold you back from going to the gym and make you procrastinate way more. Something I recommend you guys start doing is face your fears. So start telling yourself, I am afraid of showing up to the gym because I'm insecure of my body. When you start putting what you're afraid of into words, you're gonna start looking at it and you're gonna belittle that fear. Like, am I really gonna be scared for trying to look better? No. This comes down again to the amygdala. The amygdala hijacks your brain to thinking that this is a threat, this is like you should stay away from the gym because you're gonna embarrass yourself. But it's not really the case. Everyone minds their own business in the gym. No one cares if you're obese or underweight. You're there because for a reason because you want to work on yourself. So increasing that awareness is very useful, and this is called affective labeling. And scientists have found that this increases your level of awareness of the situation as well as decrease the spiral of overthinking about how fearful it is to go to the gym. And the second technique I actually love, and I started using this recently as well. And just imagine yourself, you're in an embarrassing moment. Something happened at the gym, let's say you farted in the gym in the middle of a workout. You're just doing a bench press and a fart just came out. That is pretty embarrassing, not gonna lie. Like, I don't think the gym crush is ever going to look at you the same. Now tell yourself, in 10 years time, is this going to matter? No, it's not gonna matter. Okay, let's say in 10 weeks time, is it gonna really matter that you farted and everyone heard you fart? 10 weeks, I don't think you'd probably remember that. Would you remember it in 10 minutes? Maybe, yeah. 10 minutes, you're probably gonna remember that happening. And this is what we call the 10-10-10 rule. When I applied it, whenever I see any bad situation, I just think to myself, in 10 years, is this gonna really matter? Not really. So that are two techniques you can use. You overcome your fears. Ali actually shared a lot more. You can check out in his book. Also, if you want to get a copy of Ali Abdaal's book, the link is in the description. There's a hard copy and then there's a Kindle copy. Both are great. The third blocker is the biggest mountain of all, and it's probably one of the hardest for you to overcome. Getting started is exciting and easy, but staying consistent is pretty damn hard to do that for a long time, right? That's completely wrong. Actually, some might say it's the complete opposite. Getting started is the hardest part of it all. This links back to Newton's law. An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion until an opposite force is acted upon it. So remember the guy that we just spoke about earlier that is heading towards the palace in a clear day with a map and has a guide with him? Well, it turns out that this palace is on top of Mars. And to get to Mars, you need a rocket ship to get out of Earth's gravity. Now imagine Earth's gravity is what's dragging you down to get to the palace. And the palace is basically your physique goals of getting jacked and healthy. So the hardest part of getting to Mars is escaping Earth's gravity. And once you're out of Earth's gravity zone, you're free to go. You are on full speed towards the palace. So the hardest part of trying to avoid procrastination is actually starting to go to the gym. And this is where our third blocker comes in, which is inertia. And once you get in motion of getting things done and going to the gym often, you're going to have less time to worry about procrastinating from the gym. But the real question is, how do you overcome this hardship at first? So there are many forms of resistances that stop us from going to the gym. And one instance is when you choose a gym that is far away from where you live, you're going to way more likely not be able to go to the training because the excuse of I won't go today because I don't have enough time because the gym is too far. Those are the type of things that keep that resistance on when you're trying to start out in the gym. If you're starting out going to training, instead of having a gym that is 20 minutes away with a car and you need to have a car to get there, then choose a gym that's actually much closer and you can actually walk to in a 15 or 20-minute walk. And this is what we call environmental friction. So when you start removing the environmental frictions which cause you to procrastinate, you're way more likely to actually start going to the gym and avoid that procrastination that happens there. But you might ask me, Kareem, what if I just can't be asked to go to the gym? Now, this sentence, I can't be asked, is very popular, I think, and we all have come to a point where like, I can't be asked to go to training today. And we've all had those moments. And the reason you find yourself saying that is because of the immediate satisfaction of staying back and having a comfortable setting where you don't need to worry about training anymore because you just simply said, I can't be asked. Hence, we call this the emotional friction. And the emotions linked to this is anxiety, fear of judgment, as well as boredom. Now, most importantly, how is it that you can overcome that inertia blocker that is making you procrastinate from going to the gym? Let's put a nice example here. For the first technique, just show up. If it's only going to be 5 minutes of training, that's fine. Put 5 minutes on the timer, do a warm up. Once you just find yourself the 5 minutes are over and you still don't want to work out, leave. That's fine. Once you take the control of what you do in the day, you'll feel much better. But if you find yourself, I'm already here, why don't I just continue my workout? You find yourself doing the workout and you just finished something you couldn't be asked to do. And this is what we call the 5 minute rule, which Ali shared. And actually doing this is a great way of just being in the environment and being in the process, and you just forget about wanting to procrastinate about it. And now for our second one is, let's go back again. Our guy who had a map and was going to a palace and turns out he's going to Mars. Well, he's not alone in the spaceship. Jason is with him. I think this Jason joke is too bad. Jason is with him on the spaceship going to Mars. And what's important that Jason is doing is he acts as his guide. And he helps him track everything he does just to get to the palace on Mars. He has to check if he is showing up and focusing on the trip itself. And that is what you call an accountability partner. Making sure you're accountable for everything you do and always showing up when you're supposed to. I must say, when I was back in Dubai, when I was training alone, I never experienced this. But once I had a friend that I used to go with every single day, it was probably one of the best things, in my opinion, to have. Having that gym partner, to have someone to be accountable for, someone always looking out for you and seeing if you actually show up is pretty important. And I've done this to my own friends as well, because I would always be going to the gym. So I would make them to come down from their house and come with me to training, and they actually made a lot of gains because they had someone always telling them to come and not skip training and just avoids them from procrastinating overall. Now, all of this will mean nothing if you don't have your precious map to get to your desired destination. So what is it, the map that we're talking about? How can you have the correct map? And where can you find this map? Well, I made a video called The 7 Principles of Creating Your Own Workout Routine, which acts like your map to get to your desired goal and being jacked and healthy forever. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.